not be quick to reveal your hand. Do not waste words on ears that don't deserve them. Let silence build tension. Let it make others nervous. Let it give you room to think, to adapt, to dominate. The best warriors, the best leaders, the best manipulators have always known this. The silence of a lion before the hunt. The silence of a snake before the strike. The silence of a general surveying the battlefield. It is in silence that victory takes shape. It is in silence that ideas become weapons. It is in silence that the strong separate themselves from the loud, the desperate, and the defeated. This is the lesson of Machiavelli, a lesson as sharp and as relevant today as it was 500 years ago. Stay quiet until you must speak. Stay hidden until you must move. Stay silent until your silence itself becomes the greatest weapon you have. Practicing the art of silence. How to apply this in life. Knowing silence is a weapon is one thing. Making it a part of who you are is another. The truth is, silence doesn't come naturally for most of us. We're taught from a young age that to be heard is to matter, that to stay quiet is to be ignored. But if you can shift that mindset, if you can practice silence with intention, you can transform the way the world treats you. So how do we practice it? The first step is learning to listen. Not just to words, but to what is left unsaid. Observe how people speak, how quickly they fill the space between thoughts. Watch how discomfort makes them ramble. When you stay quiet and listen, you don't just learn about others, you also learn about yourself. You notice when you have the urge to justify, to impress, or to fill silence just to feel safe. Recognize those moments, stay present, let the silence do its work. The second step is using silence intentionally. Practice pausing before you reply. Give yourself a moment to measure your words, or to decide if words are even necessary. The more you do this, the more you'll notice how silence changes the room. Suddenly, people lean in closer. Suddenly, your words carry more weight because you use them sparingly. Another step is creating moments of silence in daily life. Try having conversations where you focus more on understanding than responding. Let others speak fully before you fill the space. Practice saying less, but making sure that when you do speak, it's worth hearing. At first, this will feel strange. You might worry that people will misunderstand you or forget you. But with time, you'll notice that silence doesn't diminish your presence. It sharpens it. The final piece is making silence a habit. Begin with moments in meetings, moments with friends, moments with strangers. Let silence build strength within you. Let it give you clarity. Let it deepen your confidence. The more you practice, the more silence becomes second nature, and the more it becomes a part of your power. Remember, silence is not about ignoring the world or being passive. It is about choosing when and how you engage. It is about mastering the space between words, making every moment, every glance, every pause a statement in itself. This is how you use silence, not just as a weapon, but as an art that separates those who win from those who merely speak. Final advice and call to action. Silence is only the first step. What truly separates the strong from the rest is knowing when to stay quiet, when to listen, when to learn, and when to move. We live in a world that rushes. Everyone is in a race to speak first, to reply instantly, to prove themselves before they've understood the situation. But strength doesn't come from speed. It doesn't come from noise. True strength is rooted in patience. It's rooted in knowing when to stay still, when to watch, when to let the world reveal itself. This is why silence is never about doing nothing. It's about doing the right thing at the right moment. It's about gaining clarity while others stumble over their own words. It's about listening when others can only speak, about learning when others can only assume. It's about allowing moments to breathe, allowing truths to rise to the surface, and allowing yourself to find the advantage that others miss because they can't bear to wait. The lesson here is simple. Stay patient, stay observant, stay sharp, stay composed when others try to unsettle you, stay quiet when others try to drag you into a battle that doesn't deserve your energy. Stay silent when others try to force a reaction. Stay still when others rush blindly toward defeat. Let silence guide you. Let patience ground you. Let action define you. When the time comes, when you've watched, when you've learned, when you understand the game being played, move with precision. Speak only when your words carry weight. Act only when your action can shift the balance. Strike only when you can win. This is how you rise above the noise. This is how you outlast the chaos. This is how you win, not because you spoke the loudest, but because you acted when it truly counted. The world doesn't respect those who burn themselves out with noise. It respects those who can stand firm in silence, wait until the right moment, and move with a force that cannot be ignored. So remember this. The greatest victories aren't won in moments of haste. They are won in moments of patience. The sharpest moves aren't made when emotions run wild. They are made when the mind is still. The strongest words aren't those shouted in anger, but those delivered with precision when silence has done its work. Practice this. Stay quiet when the world tries to drag you down. Stay patient when others rush toward disaster. Stay sharp when confusion swells around you. And when the moment arrives, when the silence has taught you all it can, act. Act with precision. Act with conviction. Act like someone who knows their worth, knows their timing, and knows that in a world full of noise, it's silence and patience that carve the path to victory. This is the lesson of silence, and it is the lesson of power. Stay quiet, stay patient, stay sharp, and win. If you want more powerful lessons like this, subscribe the channel and join the journey. Stay sharp, stay strong, and stay silent until it's time to move.